Hi everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder and welcome to November Homeschool Update. I can't believe it is almost December. This month has just absolutely flown by. We have had national lockdown here in November and you would have thought that would make the month go slower, but it hasn't. It's actually flown so fast. But I think a part of that was because, just your normal day-to-day stuff at this time of year is, more intense in terms of what you've got to do as a mum and everything else. So presents for everyone, groceries, planning, fun events in December and, working out the calendar and when we're going to have off and, what fun homeschool stuff we're going to do in December and everything else. So I think that just makes the month fly by anyway because, it is such a big thing in December, especially if you've got kids and stuff. So I think that's just helped the month go by super fast. But in terms of homeschool, it's been a really successful month. I have really been so pleased with her progress this month. As we've gone on, so after the first break that we had, first half term and into the second part of the term, I've really seen great progress, especially in terms of certain subjects. Maths, we have taken on a lot more multiplication and everything else, but because of the way Saxon teaches the concepts and everything else, I just really see how I'm so glad that I picked this curriculum for her because it laid the foundation with number sense so well. Because you have your morning meeting which heavily focuses on that, and the way they introduce things. So for example, when we were talking about beginning to learn a 7 times table, we talk about how many days there were in a week, how many days there were in 2 weeks, how many days there were in 3 weeks. So when we were starting to learn the 12 times table, the same thing. So how many months are there in the year, how many months are there in 2 years, and that's how you gradually build it up into skip counting for the rest of them, and then obviously learning the multiplication sums for them. And I just love Saxon so much, how it relates things to normal everyday life. So the 7 times table to the days in the week, the 12 times table to the months in the year. And I wish that when I had been in school that they would have done something like that with multiplication, because I think that would really my cat is, no, it's okay. I wonder what my cat was doing then. I heard something fall. I think she's just batting around her little ball thing. Oh, here she is. So yes, we just put our Christmas tree up and I'm thinking, what is she up to? But no, she's innocent of all charges. She's right here. So yes, well, I don't even know what I was saying now. So in terms of maths, we have moved up in multiplication and she's soaring so well with them. So proud of her. I just love Saxon so much and I think it is a great curriculum. And I know a lot of people think it's black and white and everything else, but I tell you what, the foundations are there completely. And when we're doing our fact practice for things that we've learnt last year, and when she's like, oh, I know that, and she remembered how they taught certain things, so doubles plus one, all the different ways that they teach them to learn their facts. It really pays off, particularly when it comes to multiplication, and understanding understanding groups of everything. And I just love Saxon so much, and she has done so well in maths. I've really seen it this month because, as I said, we've moved up to the harder sections, I guess you could say, and she's just been absolutely fine. And when you're planning your lessons and everything else, I don't know about you, but I always think, okay, I'm reading my lesson plan and I'm thinking, okay, well, this is what we'll do if she's picking up fine, this is what we'll do, we'll add in if she needs a bit of help, whatever. And haven't had to add anything, she has just been absolutely fine. So that really shows to me that the curriculum's working for her, that the foundation is strong, and we're just going to keep going with it and plodding along nicely. We are actually ahead in maths, so that's great. So it means that the little acrobat over there, it means that we can enjoy our Christmas school. We'll still be doing maths, but more Christmas themed maths, but still all the same concepts and everything else, and we'll still do our fact practice and everything else, because I think that's really important. But yes, it means that we can enjoy our Christmas school and not be worried. Not that you have to worry, because we always finish on time anyway, but we can actually, I can relax my little teacher brain and know that we can enjoy our Christmas school and pick up with Saxon once we get back from our little Christmas school. So we're going to do Christmas school, I think it's just for 3 weeks, and then we have, is it 3 weeks? yeah, I think it's 3 weeks, and then we're off anyway for our 2 weeks. We always take 2 weeks off every Christmas anyway. So I've looked at our progress for where we're at, and then for taking that time to do our Christmas school and everything else, and then coming back, and we'll well and truly finish on time. So that's absolutely fine. I'm so proud of her. And also with spelling as well, I mentioned that we were trialing. Sorry, Shadow is being really distracting. What are you doing? I mentioned that we were trialing Spelling You See, and I said I'd love to update you and let you know if we were sticking with it, and we absolutely are. I'm really loving the curriculum. She's picking it up. We did our little, at the end of the week, you have to dictate the whole passage for them, and we did it this week, and every single one she got absolutely right. Not that that matters, because it's not about how many they got right. It's about, you know, the fact that they're asking for help if they need it, they're understanding and everything else. But in terms of if she wanted to use it as a measurement of progress, then yes, she's definitely getting it. But you're not. The curriculum specifically says it's not to be seen as, oh, you got this wrong. Oh no, it's supposed to be seen as, this is what you did, what you got right, as opposed to what you got wrong. And I think that's positive reinforcement. I think that's really important. But she's been doing really well with it. I really like the fact that it's non-fiction, it's about animals, so it goes really well with our biology. So yes, we're happy with it. I'm sticking with Spelling You See. She really enjoys it. No complaints from her. She likes it. She likes the elephant book. Elephants on the front cover. And yeah, so that's great. Spelling is going great. I'm trying to think everything else. As I said, with like with maths, we're on track with everything. So we're on track with history. We haven't, you know, fallen behind or anything. So we're not going to, we'll be fine to miss those 3 weeks of our history curriculum and then pick back up in January with it. We're still going to be doing history of other things. So it's not like we're not doing our subjects, but we're just doing it in a fun Christmas themed way. I did mention in a few videos back the sorts of things I was considering doing, and I'm probably going to film a plan with me whilst I get everything printed off and prep to go, because I think they're always so fun to watch. I like watching them anyway, so hopefully you'll enjoy it too. I'm trying to think what else. Everything is just really going well. We've been enjoying our science. We did our chemistry experiment today. She's been really enjoying that. We've been loving the mammals unit from the Good and the Beautiful. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so fun. We've really enjoyed it. We just did week 10 of that, I believe. So there's 4 weeks left of that to go, and then that's finished. What else? I'm trying to think. French, we've been using the Mcgraw-Hill French, and she's really picking that up on that really well. It shows you that kids pick up language so much better than adults. But even saying that, though, I've been picking it up too, and I didn't speak French until I started learning with her. But I feel like we're both picking it up really well. The DVD that comes, well, it's not a DVD, a CD that comes with it is fun. It comes with a little activity book, and we've been learning the basic stuff. So, you know, saying your name, how old you are, counting, learning about shopping, saying whether you like things or not, and that kind of thing. So beginner level, but she's been picking up on it, and she's been really enjoying it, and she gets really excited, and it has songs in it and stuff which she likes. So I definitely recommend that one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch my third grade curriculum video. It's in there. But we've been really enjoying that. Computers, IT has been going really well. She's been loving my curriculum for that. We have been doing our ocean unit study. We're coming to a close on that. We did my first literature unit study, which was the Ariel the Little Mermaid book to go along with our oceans unit study. We have almost finished that too. I'm trying to think what else. We have read an awful lot as well this the full term really. By the time it's Christmas break, for the first 12 weeks, we have done several of our read alouds that are on my list. She has been reading things that were on her list too, and then extra stuff. We've got a gigantic stack of Christmas books behind me in a big pile that we bring up to do all our Christmas reading. And I'm just really happy with where she's at, the progress that she's made so far this year. And I'm really looking forward to the new year as well. And she just never ceases to amaze me with the progress she makes, and how she, I don't know, it's just such a magical experience to be there and to actually witness the because normally if they go to a traditional school and everything else, it's the teacher who sees the little steps and the little clicks or the light bulbs. But when you're actually teaching your own child, you get to see that, and it's amazing because it's your child as well as the fact that you're, you know, teaching them. It's your child, so you just get to suck in all the experience and everything else, and cherish it. And I'm super excited for Christmas. So is she. I'm also super excited for the fact that that surprise that I mentioned, I don't know which video it was, that we had to cancel because of the lockdown, is actually going to go ahead. It's going to be next week. I cannot wait. I still haven't told her, and we have to get up so early because when we switched our booking, I'm not going to say that what it is, but if you watch the other video, you'll know what I'm talking about anyway. When we switched up, we had to, when it was cancelled because of the national lockdown, you had to go in a queue, and then it was get onto the website as soon as you get your email to say your slot to rebook is available. So I went on there immediately. I had my phone like on the shelf, and I never have my phone on during school. But on this particular day, I made an exception. But I didn't, you know, obviously look at it for anything else other than for email. I really don't like having phones in school. I think it's really important to be present and be focused. So that's why I don't have my phone there. And also, it's just a distraction for you and your child. So I don't have phones on during school. But anyway, I did that day, and as soon as I got the email, I was like, pouncing on it. And I was so lucky, and I'm so grateful that I was able to switch our slot, because looking at the social media, tons of people weren't, and that's really sad. They did come up with a solution whereby people could go after Christmas and things, but I didn't really want to do that because it's a big trek for us in terms of distance. It's quite far away, and to me the whole point of going is because it's a Christmas thing. If you probably lived middle way or, you know, more locally, then maybe it would be fine to do that, but to me it needs to be before Christmas to make it worthwhile. But because we had to switch, the slot I originally picked was in the afternoon, which gave us time to drive there, but the only slot that they had was like first thing in the morning, so we're gonna have to get up super early. But I think it's gonna be well worth it, and it's an experience I don't think that you'll probably do again necessarily. It's one of those things where once your kid reaches a certain age, you probably won't. I'll put in the comments what I'm talking about in case you don't know, but you probably won't want to do it because the magic will wear off eventually, which is sad, but you know, inevitable that it will. So I'm really happy that we're able to go this year, even though we have to get up so early. I'm gonna send her to bed at, you know, 7 o'clock the night before. She still doesn't know because I was waiting until we found out what tiers we were in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, after the national lockdown came out, you know, once we finished the national lockdown, every region is put into tiers in terms of levels of coronavirus, and depending on what your level is, depends on what you're allowed to do. So whether shops are allowed to open, whether businesses are allowed to open, entertainment venues and everything else. And there's going to be 1, 2 and 3, and in 3 nothing will be open apart from retail. 2 things can be open but with restrictions, and then 1 slightly different than 2, not massively to be honest. But fortunately the place we're going to is a 2, we're in a 2, so there's no reason why we can't go, which is fantastic. So I'm really relieved about that. She still doesn't know because I was waiting to find out about that, but also Alf's going to bring it as a surprise. But yeah, that's going to be a fun thing. So I'll speak to you in our next video. I think that's everything for homeschool. Going super well. As I said, I'll share with you my little prep with me for Christmas, which I've got to get started on now actually. And I will see you in December with our homeschool update. I hope you're all doing really well. If you've got any questions, leave them below, and take care. I'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.